Do you notice how when somebody says, "Hey, how are you?" First of all, most of the time we kind of don't even hear it. Like, "Hey, how are you?" "Good, thanks. You?" "Good." "Okay, good." And there's nothing wrong with that. There's sort of a level of, what's appropriate in the moment, and that's all cool. But I think that we hold on. I think that most of us haven't learned by habit to really answer that question in a full, present, mindful way. The question of, "Hey, how you doing?" I have a friend named Julia Dennis, who's a wonderful, really, really super talented healer. And gosh, I've been friends with her now like 15 years. And she's one of these people that when she asks, "Hey, how are you?" she truly, truly means it. And she actually wants to know. And here's what's amazing, the gift that she gives me when she asks. And so it's the gift that I'm going to have us give each other or give to ourselves. And it's the gift that when I'm in a really good way, when things are going really well, maybe I'm super excited about something, or maybe I'm just so filled up with gratefulness, or maybe I can just feel, I love when I can feel my spiritual connection in this really cool, big, fat way. Or maybe just things are going really, really well with, me and, Nick and Chris and mom and just, sort of in my world. And when things are really good, and Julia says to me, "How are you?" I am able to feel this like, not only is she okay to listen, but she loves it when things are going well for me. But she doesn't have to have things go well for me. We do coaching-y, spiritual counseling-y, we do healing sessions together, she and I. So there's been a million times over the 15 years that I'm not doing well at all, when we go together. And when she'll say, "How are you?" she holds when I'm not doing well at all. Maybe I'm super sad, or maybe I'm really confused and I don't know how to fix it, or maybe I'm just super frustrated with myself or with my humans. Um, eh, what's amazing is having someone who knows my competence and my resilience and that all is really going to be fine, but she can just hold it when I'm doing really crappy. So what I want us to do for us as our self-love practice for this week is I want us to take moments. It's always really good when you kind of remind your body that you're here. I'm here right now. You could also use your belly. Gut microbiome is present and wonderful. And if we just ask ourselves, "Hey, how are you? How are you today?" And then be present with the answer, whatever of this continuum you're on. Maybe you're really not doing well. Maybe you're exhausted, or you're just mad or sad or scared about something, or maybe just off in some way. Or maybe you're way up in this like, "Oh, I am feeling so aligned and so grateful and healthy and happy and prosperous, and things are really feeling really, really good." Or like many, somewhere kind of in the middle. And all of them are okay. And that's the gift that Julia always gives to not just me, to anyone who she's working with. But we can do that for us too. And here's the other cool thing. What's so awesome is that there is no need, when I'm in a good way, to try to downplay it so she feels better. But neither is there if I'm in a bad way, thinking, oh, wait a minute, I better downplay that. Otherwise, she's going to try to think she's supposed to fix it. Is that making sense? The reason this is so brilliant and so big is because, do you all know someone? Don't tell me who it is, but kind of really think through. Do you know people, someone, or, more than one person who, if you want to crab about something, if things are really kind of maybe there's nothing even major going on, but maybe you just feel like crabbing about something. Do you notice people that you're like, oh, that's weird. They're totally okay if I want to crab about something, but they're not so okay if, things are pretty good, or if I'm not in the mood to crab today. Think about if you know people like that, because they're out there, and it doesn't have to be bad or good, but if they're sort of vibrating on that kind of lower plane, that's the only way they want to hear us. Is that making sense? Do you also know anybody who, if things are good, they're cool to hear about it, but the moment you kind of go, oh, that's hard, my heart's hurting a little bit, or God, I don't know what to do with that, they kind of just want you to fluff up and act like all is okay? I'm of a certain age. So I used to, I don't know if anybody remembers the Stepford Wife, the first movie, The Stepford Wives. And it was like this, no matter, they were weird little automatons. I don't even know really the premise of it, but no matter what was, going on, they'd go like this: I'm fine. It's just all fine. Even when it's not. So if you think of people that there's some that they're like, oh no, I'm stressed out if you're not okay, if you're not happy. That's not super loving for us to be around just those people. And if there's people that are like, as long as you're in a bad way, or there's a little bit of drama, or there's some crabbing, or there's something, then you can come and hang in my little pod, but otherwise I don't want to be there. That's not super loving either to us if we just stay there. So our process, our self-care technique tonight, is to be steadfast and loving and kind and aligned and stable. Like, I am the captain of my ship. Sort of like you're the ally, you're the healthy, strong support of you. And what's really important is, no matter where you are on that continuum, is to just say, hey, how are you today? And then check in and notice. And we're going to do it. We're going to check with the body. We're going to check with the mind. We're going to check with what kind of happened with emotions today. We're going to check what happened with other people. We're going to check what we did with food or money or stress relief, or things that a lot of times we sometimes want to change and shift. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to be okay with no matter what it is that we notice. Maybe I feel really, really good and relaxed and easy in my gut. Maybe I feel really good, or maybe I feel really yucky. And maybe it makes me a little nervous. If somebody's looking right at me like going, hey, how are you today, really? But this is just between us, and we're just going to go in. And the gift, the gigantic gift of love that we can give us, it's this mindfulness. It's a mindful moment that goes like this: I don't have to change or fix me right now. Truly, truly, I don't have to change it or fix it. I can just be right present. Because the healing moments that I get with Julia when she goes, "How are you?" And she just really wants to hear it and feel it and be present with it. And if things are good, she doesn't have to squish it down, nor does she have to try to make it bigger. And if it's bad, she doesn't have to try to make it shiny, nor does she have to make it worse. So your self-care provocation, your self-love technique this week is every once in a while, twice a day maybe. You don't have to stay there long, but it's to actually kind of like with that, like, we don't have to hide anything. It's all good. How you doing? Right now, how you doing? And then we don't have to be scared of what we find. So let's everybody do that right now. Taking a nice long inhale. Exhale all the way out. And begin to take that thing that we call the sacred pause. And it's just a moment. Nice big inhale. Exhale all the way out and just begin to sort of take note. Just take note of you. The body is usually like the easiest thing to catch. Like, oh, I don't know, how am I? And you can keep your eyes open or closed. If you're working out still or driving, probably keep your eyes open, but kind of turn within and put your hand on your heart if you're able. And just imagine shifting your attention within. And then I want you to compassionately, intelligently ask your own beautiful self, "Hey, how are you?" Or, "No, really, how you doing right now?" Or, "How was your day? And how are you in this moment from your day?" And now begin to lengthen your breath a little bit. Feel the breath move in and out. And bring your awareness first to the body. And actually, as if you're asking all the cells, the awesome cells of your body, maybe the muscles, maybe the internal organs, maybe the bones, maybe the fluids. And just say, "How are you? How you doing?" And just kind of feel for an inkling or an answer or a noticing. And then just shift to kind of like the whole day you've had so far, whenever it is that you're watching this. How are you? How you feeling right now? Taking a big exhale and exhale. Oh, after an inhale, soften all the way out. And if you weren't worried about the reaction you'd get, if you weren't worried that you're supposed to be happier or stronger or sadder or anything, if you knew that no matter what you noticed, you are going to get complete and utter unconditional acceptance and compassion. Just that. Just answer the question quietly from your own heart and your mind, and even maybe from the whole soul and consciousness of you, whatever feels right for right now. How are you? Taking a nice long inhale. Exhale all the way out. It's funny that that can be such a powerful self-love technique.